Hello folks, this is Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing here in Dallas, Texas. How you guys doing? It's burning up hot here in Dallas. I want to talk about something. I want to talk about how you can make your own rinseless wash and wax. There is no discrimination here. I'm not picking any one particular product to do this with. You can do them with all of the products that are available on the market. You can even do it with O&R. O&R works really well with this process I'm about to show you. When you want to make your own rinseless wash and wax type of solution, you can use like the regular wash and shine from O&R. You can use Wolfgang rinseless wash if you want. You can use Ultima rinseless wash. In this demonstration here, I'm going to be using Drive Auto Appearance. Their regular washing gloss, this has no wax inside of it. You can do it with any product line that you like. I will recommend that you stay within the product line, stay within the family, because most, if not all, companies will have like a core polymer synthetic formula that they like, and everything kind of branches off of that. So all their products work well with one another. What I'm going to do, inside this bucket I have 1 gallon of water, happens to be distilled water. I'm going to use 1 ounce per gallon. You determine, like this particular solution here by Drive Auto Appearance is 1 ounce per 2 gallons. You mix it up the way you want. I typically like a little bit more cleaning ability and lubrication to my solution, so I use 1 ounce per gallon. So I'll just use this special little filler top, right? Make sure we got 1 ounce. So I've got 1 ounce. I'm going to put 1 ounce into this distilled water, 1 gallon of the distilled water. Let that go inside there. Now what I'm going to do is stay within the family. I'm going to use Drive Auto Appearance Instant Gloss Spray Wax. In my experience, no matter what company I use, whether I'm using O&R, Drive Auto Appearance, or I'm using Ultima, or using Wolfgang, I tend to like to use 1 ounce. I'll match 1 ounce per gallon inside the solution. Now 1 ounce to a tablespoon. I'm thinking that's 2 tablespoons, right guys? Yeah, check my New York math. I think that's probably right. We're not making an atomic bomb. We're not trying to feed a child some medicine. So about 2 tablespoons I think is about 1 ounce. That should work. Don't have to be exact here. Kind of get it in there. Go ahead and get that in there. Okay, I got about 1 ounce of the Instant Gloss Spray Wax in that 1 gallon bucket of distilled water plus my wash solution. Now what I'm going to do is kind of mix it up, make sure it's all blended nicely, let my microfiber towel that's in there kind of soak up all that goodness. Go ahead and mix it up, make sure you've got even distribution of the product throughout the bucket and the solution. That looks pretty cool. Now folks, why am I doing this? This is a really cool trick. Watch this. Typically we'll use a rinseless wash, right? And then you'll have a drying aid. I'm kind of playing a shortcut here. We're going to have our drying aid within the solution to begin with. The other thing is because we're putting 1 ounce of whatever spray wax you want to use inside the solution, it's going to be a little bit more tenacious. It's going to have a little bit more of a bonding ability versus just using a wash and wax alone in the rinseless formula. So here we go. Let me set this aside. Sorry folks, I got to move this stuff around, and I'll show you how this kind of helps you a little bit during the rinseless wash period. Let me go move this thing. Oh God, hold on folks. So what I'm going to do, I've already got this panel washed. I washed it the other day, but this is more about demonstrating how this process works. I'm going to go ahead, take my microfiber cloth, my microfiber towel, however you want to look at it, fold it 4 ways, so I got 8 working sides. Just let it be dripping there for me, not completely saturated and soaking everything. I'm going to go in here, start at the window, work my way down the panel. I think you guys have probably seen me do this 1,000 times. This is in the way, right? Oh well. And now I'm going to go across the panel. What you will notice right away versus a traditional wash and wax rinseless solution, you'll have far more lubrication on the panel. You'll also indirectly kind of have your drying aid within the solution. What's really cool about this, when you go to buff out really quick, you don't necessarily have to have a drying aid with you. You've got it kind of blended in the wash. That adding your own wax to any of the rinseless solutions that you like, just as long as you stay within the family, stay within the product line, you'll notice tremendous shining gloss. You won't need the drying aid. You'll see that you have a little bit more of a tenacious bond of the wax that's within the solution versus just using a rinseless wash and wax on its own. Just wanted to share that with you. Ain't that a pretty cool trick? Do it with O&R. Do it with Wolfgang. Do it with Ultima. Do it with Drive Auto Appearance. You're kind of taking your shortcut there of not having to have a drying aid, kind of kill two birds with one stone. I typically like to recommend this for a car that's well maintained, right? Just light dust and dirt. You're the type of guy that's going to wash his car once a week, once every 2 weeks. It's always nice to have a nice base coat of, you know, some type of protectant or sealant on the vehicle, but this is just a great way on how to make your own rinseless wash and wax, have the drying aid mixed into the formula with you, and just get it all over with one shot. Love you guys all. Talk to you soon.